Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Sunday, it is 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, and that means one thing, it means it's time to bring the week to a close. But there's a brand new week starting tomorrow, yay! And we are going to be bringing you some of the hottest deals from the last week or so that you will have seen here on Crafters TV. When I talk about we, not just me here in the studio, oh no, she is back. She has joined me again for another 2 hours of fun. The lovely Becky is here with me. How are you, Becky?
Oh, I'm really good, thank you. It's nice to be on your live with you earlier.
It was, wasn't it? Mostly talking about chocolate, to be fair. It's all we talk about on Facebook Live these days.
I feel like we learnt a lot.
I know.
We have got loads and loads of goodies coming up for you today. I'll give you a quick show of some of the things that I'm going to try and squeeze in for you today. So we have got the oh so cool craft kit that is coming up. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that, and then we've got a couple of different makes. It's so cool, the textures that you get in these embossing boxes. So we're going to be looking at that. We're not stopping there though. We're going to be getting wobbly!
Look at this.
Now, if you've not seen these before, I absolutely love them. Look, he looks like he's doing a dance.
He does, doesn't he?
Cute. Oh, yeah, and he's a penguin, so he's probably quite cold. So that
Probably
makes
cold,
sense.
shivery,
doesn't
I
it?
reckon.
Yeah. Ooh. So we've got that one as well. We also, if we have time, will be doing a quick little demo on these, just for brand new people starting out who've never made a card before. That's our creator card, and we've also got the Score Master on today, which is a really cool item. We're going to be making a box, die cutting into that, so that you can create lovely little tie boxes amongst other treats. So yeah, that, and we've got a Sharon Callis demo, haven't we?
And we've got the lovely Sharon joining us digitally, yes, in the show. It's going to be an action-packed, jam-packed couple of hours. Don't forget, we'll also be deciding the card of the show, the day, and the week as well, towards the end of this Second Chance Sunday. Now, Sharon will be joining us in the second hour, but I wanted to just recap something that launched yesterday, and it was oh so busy. It is, of course, the Flower Fairies collection. So clever how these go together and how they can be used. They are amazing. I'll show you the sort of main element of the three. So if you have a look here, this is sort of the main body of the collection. It's made up of these beautiful Flower Fairies. Now, really customizable how you put these together, so you can have them as like dancing ballerinas, you can have them in flight, you can really customize this and create something truly unique. So you can see they are the three different themes. They also come with Quilling Flowers and corresponding paper pads, and you'll see lots of that a little later. It was very busy last night. $89.99 or $110 if you want to get your hands on those. Something else that I know is going to be really busy in this show, it did only just launch recently, is the amazing craft kit. Now, if you've not had one of our craft kits before, they are sensational value for money. It will make a minimum of 24 cards. There is also video tutorials for this over on crafterscompanionbox.com. Head over there. Don't forget, you're going to get 50 bonus points slapped on top of this for good measure as well. So we'll give you those, which is awesome. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, any questions that you've got whatsoever, you can get them to me in all the usual ways. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're across on YouTube. But these boxes, they're like TARDISes, aren't they, Becky? I can never believe what you get in here for the money. The value is just off the chart.
They go on and on and on. And the fact of the matter is, the size of this is absolutely everything you want to get your hands on. So even if, for example, you're brand spanking new, you're going to be able to make with this, which I think is wonderful. Now, this is my one from home, so I'm going to open it up. You won't get it quite like this because, for example, there's papers missing. But let me open this up for you. So it's your mix and match embossing folders kit at the moment. This has been really popular. We're going to get the lovely wrapping, and I personally keep mine in their original wrapping. You, of course, don't have to. I just like to be able to see exactly what I'm getting with the labels. So you're going to get gems in here. How cool are those colours?
They are bling-alicious, aren't they?
They're kind of like tropical. I feel like they're almost like cocktail colours, which I really like. So I'm actually going to keep some of them because I'm going to be demoing them in a bit. You get some clear stamps, and you've got some gorgeous ones on here that really are all year round. This one I think is so sweet. The secret ingredient is always love. And I think you could use that with loads of them, like even cake inspired ones, baking inspired, you could use those with. So you get loads of those in there as well. Then we've got card blanks. Now I'm going to be bringing to you different sizes of card blanks, but again, just in case you are new, these are wonderful cards already folded for you, ready to go, and you will get different sizes of these ones. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Assorted ribbons. Now this is really cool because you're going to be getting the matching colours that correspond to the assorted gems in these different thicknesses. So you can really go to town, maybe depending on the size of your card or the size of your bow, you can really go to town with those. Now this is where it gets. It's the embossing folders. Now just to let you know, these embossing folders will work with your Gemini Junior. I know we did the penny offer with that earlier on, so it should still be available if you fancy it. These embossing folders are fab. I've got a really dotty one here. I've got a zig and or zag one here. And then I've got this one, which is these really floral flourishes, almost liana style, really pretty.
You've got at least £15 worth of just embossing folders in here alone.
Just there, right?
Amazing.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? And then you get some die cut sheets, which I'll keep out and I'll talk to you about those momentarily. And then you're getting loads of coloured cards. Now again, there are offcuts in here because I've been cutting, but you get the yellows, those peachy colours, this almost sort of lip balm colour, which is beautiful, zinging greens, popping oranges. You get loads of colours. And again, this is another thing I love about these kits. They all work in so well because those colours you've just seen there, you're going to see mimicked and corresponding in the papers.
Nice.
So you've got lovely oranges. These to me in areas a little bit almost Liberty print.
Yeah.
That kind of detail, a touch of Kath Kidson about some of these as
Very
well.
kitsch.
So again, totally kitsch, yes, yeah. And then you get the card blanks in again the different sizes as well as the envelopes. Then you're also going to be getting the cut and emboss folder as well, which I will talk about a little bit more later, but this is embossing and it's going to cut out as well. So you have got in here elements that is enough to make card after card after card after card, even just with the card blanks and the 3 different sizes with all the envelopes that correspond. You can make loads and loads, but don't forget, yes, okay, your coloured card will eventually run out and the printed paper will eventually as well. But you're keeping all of those embossing folders, you're keeping the cut and emboss folder, which are normally quite pricey as well. So all of these you get to keep, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with them.
You are indeed. Remember, full video tutorials for you over at crafterscompanionbox.com. 50 bonus points on there, 3 embossing folders, full size ones, and also a cut and emboss folder as well. I mean, that's what I'd say. For platinum members, you're probably looking at the cost of the box there alone. You are getting everything else included as well. Enough blanks and envelopes to make at least 24 cards, which is excellent. But then, as Becky was saying, you've got all those added bits you're going to be able to use time and time and time again. The other thing to note as well is the embossing folders that come in the box will be exclusive to the box, so you won't be able to pick them up separately anywhere else. The same for the pattern papers that are within here. Once it's been in the box, you will not be able to get it separately. I'd love to know out there how many boxes you've got. I know there's a few of you watching that definitely have all of them. Let me know in the comments how many boxes you've got. Of course, if you're in the subscription service in the US, this box will be winging its way to you. No doubt, maybe already has reached you, so you don't need to worry about that. Right, I'm really keen to see what you're going to do with this fabulous box, Becky.
Oh, okay, so there's so many ideas that you could do with this. I thought I wanted to start off really simple. So this is the card I'm going to create first. And what I've done is I've taken a piece of green card here. And this is what I'm going to mat and layer with the yellow. So just to let you know, we're looking at 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches for this one. I just thought it was a really nice size because it fits with that medium size of your cardstock. Now with your embossing folders, just in case you haven't worked with them, seen them before, what have I done with that one? Where have I put it? Just as a reminder, they have got raised areas and embossed and debossed areas, if you will. So the coloured area itself, when you actually touch that on the inside, you can feel that where the colours are where this reverts back in. And that's because on the antonym side of that, you've got the element that pushes. So if you want an emboss, make sure that colour is always facing upwards. Now what I love with these, and I thought would be quite interesting, because although that is one direction, you can show how it can work differently. So I popped this in, I do it by eye, it's absolutely up to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this in just between my cutting plates. And again, you can use this on your junior. So I'm going to run that through now. I put mine on a slight angle, not the junior plates, the actual embossing itself. I put mine on a slight angle. It just helps it feed through without the clunkiness. If it does clunk, it doesn't matter. You just wake up the neighbours. So look how cool that is already. I love the sound of it. I love the feel of it. I will let you know you could put in other plates with this, but for me, I don't feel like I need it at this point. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to turn this over in another direction. I don't want to overlap them. You could if you wanted. It's just going to make it maybe look a little bit messy. I know I'm going to cover this bit up, so it doesn't make much of a difference. But just to let you know, I'm changing the direction of that and simply going to run it through again. Now, if you've been out and you've been trying to buy textured cardstock before, of course you do pay more for it, and you will notice that sometimes you'll get only like a few sheets. They don't want to overdo it. With this, again, once you've got them, you've got them. So there we go. Already that looks like a cool piece of paper. You could easily, matte and layer that up to your heart's content. You can, of course, use different inks and things on it as well. To give
I love the idea of doing it half one way and half the other. Not something I've seen before, Becky, I must say, but very, very easy to do.
Do you know what it makes me think of? Almost like a magic eye. Do you remember the magic eyes you used to do?
I don't know if I do know what magic eye is.
Yeah, you know where you hold up a picture to your face and you sort
of
go,
yeah. I know the ones.
Yeah, make sure I go a bit funny. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to glue this onto the yellow cardstock that I gave you the measurements of before, which of course is just 3/4 inches. The reason I'm actually going to do this now is because I'm going to do it with the cloud glue. Now it's not really heavy what I'm using, but I just want to pop this on so that it's got some time to dry. So I'm going to bob that on there, bit of movability, and job's a good one. There we go. So next up, let's talk about the Colour Me Happy, the Colour Me tri-blends, please. Because in here, these are the die cuts. Now, these are so cool! You'll be able to see that I've actually created some and already coloured some in here, but just to give you an idea of what we're talking about, there's some leaves in here. I've got a flower that I cut out and coloured in earlier, and I've got another flower in there, but you can make these any colour you want. I've just used my tri-blends because I knew we had the tri-blends on the previous show, so I just thought it'd be kind of useful if you did get them earlier on, then you can of course use them. So the one I'm using is actually the one that we had on earlier, and this is the one from the mandala set. So if you did get that set, again it was part of the penny event, then it's perfect for you. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start colouring with a bit of blank cardstock behind the word happy, because you can just pop these out and they would look absolutely beautiful, but I really like the idea of giving it this gentle ombre effect. So this is just, and by the way, I know what you're thinking, wow, that looks an absolute mess. Go over the lines, don't worry, because we're going to pop it out. And this is brilliant, the sort of, I want to say poppability. Don't know if that's the word.
Poppability?
But it's kind of poppability.
It's always popping off in the studio.
Yeah, the poppability of these. So they've got these lovely little anchor points, which I'll show you in a moment. I'm going to go to my mid. By the way, this one is my light green blend, which, as I said, was from the Mandala Discovery Kit earlier on. So you can see already how, yes, it does look a mess, but it doesn't matter at this point because you know that once you pop that out, you're going to get that nice crisp finish. And because these are tri-blends, weirdly enough, I'm not trying too hard to make this look excellent.
That pleases me, that one. Oh, that's straight out the Joe School of Comedy, that one. I'm
really?
writing that one. I'm writing down. I'm going to write that one down.
Oh, are you? Yes. Oh, okay. I'll wait for you to use that one then. Will you credit me for it?
Probably not.
No, all right.
I'll probably try and pass it off as my own work, as I normally do.
Thank you for your honesty. So there we go. I'm well aware it looks a bit of a mess, but this is the brilliant thing about these. You get them in the kit just like this, ready and raring to go. And then I'm just going to, you might be able to see them just at the bottom of the Y there, there's a tiny anchor point, just give that a little pinch. And then as you go around the bottom of the H has got one again, give that a little bit of a pinch. And then there's one at the top of the H as well, give that a pinch, and here we go. It's
fantastic.
All out, it's blended, it's done for you, it's ready, you know, and it looks so pretty to actually do that. You could do that just with the tri-blend, I suppose, but hey, it'd take you ages. Really it would. So I've already done it with birthday here, just to let you know. Where's my dotty tape pen? I'm going to use dotty tape pen on this, just for demonstration purposes. The Dotty Tape pen works great for it. You can also use your wet glues as well. It's absolutely up to you. Just make sure that you don't glue it to your finger like I just did. And now I'm going to pop it onto this backing paper. Now this paper is the paper that you get in the box, okay? So this is your 6x6s, this one, 8x8s this one comes in, and it's the watercolour one. So I've just popped that on there, and you can do it either way. You can glue and stick it on and then cut around it if you so wish.
Great idea from Jeffrey, says make sure you keep the sheet and then use it as a stencil afterwards. Love that idea.
I love that idea.
Brilliant.
That's a brilliant idea. So just to give you the sizes of this, I've gone 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then I've gone up 1/4 of an inch to do this one here. So that's what I'm going to glue on now. You might think, oh, you could have done the back of the watercolour, and I think the same, but I've gone a little bit rogue. Why not?
Why not,
So I've
indeed?
layered that up. Now, weirdly enough, we're genuinely nearly finished. All I really want to do is talk to you about these and bring back one of those embossing folders, because for me, I've already used an embossing folder 2 different ways. I think it adds texture, but I just want to show you this piece here. I coloured this in with some of the tri-blends that we had on earlier. Really nice popping colour. It looks all right, a bit flat, but fine.
And have you die cut these, Becky? Were they in the kit?
These are the ones in the kit.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so I just popped out the medium-sized ones for these. And again, that's really cool because you can properly layer them with the different sizes, you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through, popping them in between. Again, you can use this on your junior. You can use it on those ones because the folders are fine. I'm just going to run that through again, lining it up. And as we said earlier on, we've got that offer at the moment that's with the penny offer, and you get all of those extra goodies for a penny. If you did want to try out the junior, today could be a really good day for it. Let me just take this one out. Look at that!
Nice.
It's just taken it to a complete other layer, hasn't it? It may be difficult for you to see at home, but the texture on that is fabulous. It's nice and even, it's debossed on the other side, and it really does make a massive difference when you layer this up. So now, the easiest bit of all, we're just going to pop this in together. And
Lots of people talking about how many boxes they've got. Mary Knoll has got 33 of our boxes.
Hey, good on you.
All up on the shelf. She's just finished working on the layering stencil, says that was a really cool box. Terry's got 15, Barbara's got 4. I know lots of you like to collect these. They're always great value, but this one just seems to be even more exceptional value when you consider you've got 3 really good size embossing folders in there and a cut and emboss folder as well.
Well, that's the thing, because they're not cheap as a general rule,
No.
understandably, you know. There's a lot to them.
Gita loves the boxes. They stack beautifully as well. Patty's ordered this already. It's on its way. Joe's just received their Nutcracker box as well, and they love it. They are saying.
Oh, the Nutcracker. Oh, I missed that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to launch it with Jan. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's lush. That sounds brilliant. So I'm just adding that again, tri-blends. That's what's brought the texture in on this one. I'm now going to stick this one in, like a little bit of overlapping. Then I've got the smaller one. This again comes in the pack. You just colour it up. Colour it with ink if you wanted to. In fact, I might show you some of that later on. And then the assorted gems. We could go medium size, but when you can go whopping, why not?
Absolutely.
These come with the adhesive on them already. Bob it on, jobs are good and happy birthday card, ready to go onto the blank, which again, you get in the set. So you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to cut and score your own card. If you're brand new, if you're gifting this to someone, I think this is a great gift box for somebody who just fancies a new hobby. You maybe feel like someone's interested in trying something a bit different, a bit new. They could make a card similar to this, first time, after just a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So pretty, very quick, very, very effective though as well. And the great thing is that, you know, as Becky was saying there, if you want to gift this to someone, we can send you the bill and them the product if you so wish. Remember what you're getting in here though: embossing folders, cut and emboss folder. You're also getting die cut sentiments, die cut flowers, clear stamps in there as well, card blanks, envelopes, assorted ribbons, coloured card, printed papers, hundreds of gems in there for you as well. Over 220 elements packed packed into that box, which is sensational. It's going to make a minimum of 24 cards. You're going to make many more than that, though, of course, by putting in a few of your own card blanks and envelopes, of course, as well. And remember, craftscompanionbox.com is where you'll find the full video tutorials and 50 bonus points. I think you absolutely play close to this just for the embossing folders that are in there without all of the extra bits, which are fantastic. Right, something else I need to tell you about. We were meant to be bringing you a full section, if you will, on watercolour Christmas. However, so many elements of the collection have gone and sold out. I would say to you, there are some individual elements still available over on the website. If you head to the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, you'll see this video on the home screen. If you click the Shop the Show button just under there, that will show you everything that is available to you in this show. If there is anything on that section of the website with regards to the watercolour Christmas, I would grab it now. We've had so many sellouts already. I'm just going to cherry pick a few of the highlights for you, just to share them with you, of the bits we still have in stock. This is your Pearlescent Cardstock. It is absolutely beautiful. It is so shiny, so gorgeous. It is double-sided too. It's in a really lovely soft colour palette. Look at that. Isn't that just dreamy? That gorgeous petrol blue. I love it. And then you've got that lovely, this sort of lovely, I don't know, I want to call it a grey, but I feel like grey doesn't sound very sexy, does it? Like, it's like a taupe. Yeah, that's exactly what, that was exactly the word I needed. Thank you, Erin. If you want to go for that, $14.99, $19.95 to get that. Now, the Vellums, these are just dreamy. You've got an assortment of different designs in here. Let me just grab a few of these out for you. Can you see just how beautiful they are? They really are gorgeous. Let me grab another one out of here for you as well, just show you, because you've got some different designs. You've also got some different colourways in here as well. So then we also have the snow flurry here. Oh, foily! Look at that. I mean, that is just so classy, isn't it? Let me also show you one of the snowflake designs as well, because I love this one. Look at that. Shiny foily snowflakes, how amazing. You're going to get 12 sheets of the Vellums in there for you. We then have exactly the same designs for you, so snowflakes and snow flurries in the acetate as well, and within here it's 250 micron, this one, and you'll get 12 sheets of that. So some of the snow flurries, some of the snowflakes in there. If you're spending over £40 or dollars on the individual items, you will save an extra 5% as well if you are going for the singles. So in here you're going to go and get, this is your 6x6 paper pad within here. I'm going to share with you as well the 12x12 paper pad. Absolutely love this. It's last call for you on this. If you want this, you're going to have to be very, very quick. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Erin, it's happened. We don't like it when this happens. We work tirelessly to ensure that I am never faced with packaging, because I have a very, very well documented battle with it every time. I am so bad with all packaging. Honestly, I don't know. Once on a flight, right, I bought a pair of headphones to listen to, music on my flight. Yeah. It's quite a long flight. Right. Got on the plane to realise that the packaging had to be opened with scissors. What are you not allowed on a plane?
What did you do?
Scissors. You can't have scissors on a plane.
No, yeah, no, I get it.
But honestly, 3.5 hours I battled with that packaging. I was nearly bleeding by the end of it. Anyway.
Did you manage to do it though?
Yeah, I got them out in the end. Yeah. I mean, we were about to land by the time I got them out. Anyway, the 12x12 one, this has got all of these beautiful toppers on here. Now, let me just show you this, because I love how easily these pop out, and these are like little characters in here, so you'll be able to build your lovely snowy scenes with these, whether it's your scrapbook pages or your card stocks, your card projects. Sorry, these are excellent as well. Get your guillotine involved. You've got toppers here and banners, which is fantastic, and then another selection of toppers here which you're going to be able to cut down, and then we get into those gorgeous double-sided papers. Did you see that font spoiling?
Pardon?
Font spoiling.
Say that
Spot
again.
foiling, that was.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to call it that now. Look, oh, what lovely font spoiling. That's what I'm going to call it forever now. Can you tell it's been a long week? Right, absolutely beautiful. $19.99 or $22.95 if you want to get your hands on that. Now, you know the tricolour aqua markers, so like off the chart, amazingly successful since we launched them. Well, Sarah, for the first time ever, has done a signature collection. So these are all handpicked for you to match your signature collection. So in here you're going to get woodland brown, russet orange and winter rose. In the winter season, you're going to get frosty blue, arctic grey, festive red. Cool naturals will be deep glacier, icy lake, and aspen Aspen Green. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying these are not in the originals. These are specifically curated for the signature collection. So if you own all of the originals, grab these. It's going to extend your collection by another 9 colours, which is excellent. $9.99 or $14.95 if you want to get your hands on those ones just there. Right. Wobblers. I am going to quickly, should we have a look at what Becky's going to make first? Because it looks so much more exciting, and then I'll show you all the other options.
Oh,
I want to see your penguin wobble, to be honest.
Sounds like a dance move.
Does it?
What would that look like?
I reckon.
Yeah, this is the one that we're going to be looking at today. We're going to talk through the mechanism and how you're going to make this up. I think it looks really nice as a card as is, but it does, as you can guess, wobble. And I have to say, this has got real wobbleability.
Wobbleability.
Don't know. Sounds like something I don't know, jelly might have. But it's got real wobbleability. So much so that if I just give it like a blow on this a little bit, look at how much that moves, and that is a tiny little breath. So if you had this in a room, even with the window open, I actually, when I was making these, I had them set up on my table in my living room, in my dining room the other day, and my dog walked past and her tail was wagging, and it genuinely, well, you can see, look, I'm going to wave my hand here. You can see,
got a wobble on.
Especially when I don't hit it, you can see it actually wobbles even with that. So yeah, wobbleability is coming your way.
Beyonce sang "My body's too bootylicious for you, baby," didn't she? I think "My body's too wobblicious for you, baby" is a more accurate representation for a lot of us. Right, I'm going to take you through the different themes that you're getting within here. So you're going to get the penguin in there. You've also got the gorgeous robin. You're going to get the gingerbread person. You've got the reindeer. I love this. This reindeer looks so obedient. Look, he sat there just waiting for a command. I love it. Mrs. Claus. Craig said this reminded him of someone, but he wouldn't tell me who the other day. We never did get it out of him. I'm not sure. He wouldn't say. We've got the elf here as well. Then we've also got the snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? I do. Yes, please. And Santa himself as well. I think it's excellent value when you consider you're getting 8 different themes there and a really strong concept. So something you're going to be able to create a lot of. Either put them on there, have them on their own, or build up lots of characters on a project. It's completely up to you. Less than £32 or $56 as Platinum members to get your hands on these, and you do get the acetate included as well, and it's a really lovely heavy duty acetate which is going to be perfect for putting these together. Lots of people still talking about boxes and how many they own, which is awesome. Who is this here? 4 holidays, 31 boxes, 3 triple compendiums, and 9 boxes that are the extra from the compendium, and 1 Sarah signature box. Now that is an awful lot of boxes. Rosalind's made a great point. I don't have much room for the boxes, so I keep all of my kits in my Totally Tiffany 12x12 storage folders. Excellent way to store them. And Joanne says, hello everyone, placed an order this morning for all the watercolour items I wanted, as well as a bunch of other things. Can't wait to get that paper with the, I can't remember what I said now. Phot spoiling. That's it, with the phot spoiling indeed. I'm sure you are going to absolutely love it. Right, I can't wait to see you make this one, Becky. It's so cute.
It's a really cute one. So we are going to start off by talking about the actual selection that you get in here. So I went for the penguin because I just think he's adorable, and I absolutely loved Pingu as a kid.
Oh,
so
yes, me too.
This is a beauty. So in each one of them, you are going to get a few different elements. So let me talk you through this. You're going to get this piece of paper which tells you your top tips, and you're going to be getting, sorry I've taken that section off, some stamps and your dies. Now one thing that I really do want to make quite clear on this is you will get, depending on your character choice, the quills are different sizes, okay? So in fact, let me just reach down here because I have got the lovely little elf one as well. If I just grab this one out to show you, because this is quite important. You see how the elf's is quite considerably smaller. That's because of the dimensions of the elf and where you'd put it. So I just thought I'd let you know that, because you do want to be quite careful of kind of how you put these back and everything else. So I have got for you the rocker block, and I'm just going to grab out my rocker blocks.
We've been making up our own little parodies, haven't we, for rocker blocks today? I'm not going to do a rendition of it because I can't. A, because I can't remember it, and B, because I have a horrible voice. So
no, you do not at all. I've heard you singing plenty today.
We've been very musical, haven't we?
Yeah,
what was it?
Actually.
Becky caused an earworm earlier and I couldn't get it out.
Yeah, I won't start singing it again.
Upbeat summer banger. Yeah, and it's been in there all day. I've forgotten it. So
it'll get, well, that's good. You're welcome. So just to let you know, I'm using flagstone here. I'm just using alcohol proof because I will be using some alcohol markers on this. But the reason I wanted to show you this is because of those rocker blocks. I know that we have them on today. The rocker blocks, if you've not seen them before, you do get that selection of 4 that I've just shown you. And it's giving you a beautiful, nice, even pressure throughout because you've got this arc design. So I'll talk you through these more momentarily, but you're going to start on the heel. Push down. I always put my fingers in the center there because you can really see when the ink hits it, and then rock it to the front, and you are done and dusted, ready and raring to go, and he is ready to be cut out. The rocker blocks themselves are phenomenal for this type of thing because they're quite small little dies. I imagine, although I don't have one, I imagine you could use these on the mini for sure because they're so lovely and delicate and dainty. You know, even the quill on this one, which is one of the largest in the collections, there's just a bit of a low tack tape to let you know because I don't want that to move. Yeah, even I would say, you know, on your mini you'd be able to use these, which is really, really cool. Again, I'm going to run this through on me Junior, just because it's to hand, and we had that offer on earlier on.
Oh yes, that offer was very, very busy. If you want a Junior, with £100 or $150 worth of freebies, pop yourself back to the earlier show, the launch day show, the launch of our... I nearly called it the Spend a Penny event. It's not what it is.
It's not what it's called, is it?
It's not.
In for a penny.
That's what it should be called, though. The Spend a Penny event. I think that would be a much better name for it. The In for a Penny, In for a Pound event. Some of you guys in the US were asking me what it means, in for a penny, in for a pound. It's a pretty British saying, and it means either like you're either all in or you're not. I can't think of an in for a good.
As in like. If you're gonna do it, you may as well do it whole hog.
Like if you're gonna break your diet, you may as well break it and eat like pizza, ice cream, and all the stuff. Because if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. That's a good way of describing
really good
how we would use it. So yeah, that's what where the name comes from.
Do you need to explain the spend a penny thing?
No, I'm all right with that. So I feel like I have to now. Now you've put it out there.
No,
so
it's fine.
where public lavatories or restrooms, as I know we call them toilets, but restrooms. Yes. I think that's right. I'm looking for a knowing nod from Erin. She's like, yes, that's what they're called. Restrooms.
Yes.
Or bathroom maybe. We have lots of public ones, and back in the day, it cost you a penny to get into them. So you'd have to put a penny through the slot, and then it would let you into the restroom.
Yes.
So that's why spending a penny has now become like a very polite way of saying that you're going to the restroom, the bathroom, the lavatory, the toilet, the loo.
Can I just say, that was beautifully done.
Was it?
Honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Beautifully. I'd have made that sound disgusting, but that was like poetry. it was Crafters TV, Shakespeare. So I've cut this gorgeous little character out now, and we're going to get to colouring him in. Now, I have already pre-coloured partially this guy, because I'm sure, you know, we did some colouring earlier on. And I just used this pen, which is a tri-blend, and it is your ice grey. And we did have this on earlier on. If you did want to grab this collection, it's one of my favourite trios of the tri-blends, if that makes sense. It's the Classic Chic. It's so elegant. And I thought this was a great colour for his body, because you may well have noticed that I went to colour him I inked him with the flagstone as opposed to black. And the reason I did that is because, for me personally, I just love the brush on these. They're so good for when you're doing something like this, the lovely areas. For me, I wanted to make sure that, how do I put it? I kind of just wanted to make sure that it wasn't too bold an outline. I wanted to make sure that, because you think of penguins, you think of that black and white, don't you? I didn't want to go too dark on that, so I did use flagstone, as I mentioned. But can you see with this, I just like to flip back and forward between these. I'm thinking about where his little, does he have flippers? They're not wings, are they? What are they?
What are they? Are they wings? I think they are wings, because they're birds, aren't they, technically, penguins?
Okay.
They are a flightless bird. I've always wondered why they're birds. Apparently they look like they're flying through the water when they swim, apparently that's why.
That is so true.
But that doesn't sound right. No other birds swim underwater.
That is so true, though, because at Chester Zoo, so I live next door.
I love Chester Zoo.
I live next door to Chester Zoo.
So good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked. I love Chester Zoo. It's a massive zoo, in case you don't know it. It's I live so close to it that I can hear the lions roar at night.
Can you?
Yeah, genuinely. Yeah.
When I was there, we were walking around and we could hear lions roaring, and it sounded like so artificial. It obviously wasn't. That I thought they were just playing out. I thought they were playing out like canned lion noise because it was so like consistent. Turns out it was the actual lions roaring. I was blown away.
No, it's fab. But yeah, they actually have a viewing platform for penguins there, which is the land they live on, and then just a huge glass front, and you do see them. You're at eye level to that, so you do. Yeah, they do look like they're swimming. It's rather magical. Rather magical.
Apparently they're a bit whiffy, according to Charlotte.
When have you been sniffing penguins, Charlotte? Oh, at the zoo. Oh, I don't know, I've never noticed that.
No, I can't say I've noticed.
So yes, as well as cutting him out as I've just shown you, I have also cut out a piece of acetate. Now you do get acetate in this collection, but it is not the acetate I'm using. You will notice that I'm using the acetate that is from the watercolour collection. The only reason I am using this is because it's got that pattern on it, so I thought it'd be a bit easier to see, and that's literally it. The one I used on the actual make is completely clear. The one I used on this has got that pattern. I just thought it'd be easier for you to see, so yeah, use the one that you get. So to work this into the card, let's talk a little bit about that. I actually used the watercolour Christmas collection. Now I used the 6x6. You've got the 12x12 still available on
and the 6x6 still available as well. Both of those on this show, yeah.
Cool beans. Oh, perfect. Right, I'll go for this then. So on this one, I used the little fox and the snowman and the antonym side of that. But on this one, because I did that and then I did my prep and then I did another one, I've not got any of that left. So I'm actually going to go for this one, just to mix it up a little bit, give it a go. So you've got your 6x6 card. Look at the foiling on that. It genuinely makes me really happy. So this is, I'm just going to cut this in half, and I'm going to cut it in half so that you're almost creating a scene. So obviously it's 6x6, which means I'm going to be cutting it at the 3-inch mark, and I'm going to keep those ones now. I'm going to do something a little bit controversial maybe.
Ooh.
And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut this one out so that I can do a different layering. So matte and layering, normally you go all the way around the outside, right? But because this was like a kinetic card, because you've got that wibbly wobbly element, I thought let's give it a kind of a wibbly wobbly look to the matte and layering. So I'm going to pick the one I want in the foreground, which is this one. And then with this one here, the top half, I am just going to cut off a section of it. Now, you do not have to worry about how this looks, because all this bit you're cutting, you are not going to see, because that is going to go underneath this one to create that kind of wibbly wobbly effect.
Love the wibbly wobbly.
Kind of a bit different. You can see on this one I did use the opposite side of the card, but with this one I can do that too, and in fact I might. I just really like the foiling. I'm all about that foil. So I may well attach it like this. In fact, I think I will.
There are less than 30 of that 12x12 printed pad to go around. If it's in your basket, I would absolutely urge you to check it out, because people are going to miss out and be disappointed. If it's the 12x12 printed paper pad you're after, you will need to be fast for it.
Oh yeah, because that is stunning, and I do really like it in the 12x12 because it is kind of eye-catching, isn't it, you know? Great for memory books and stuff like that. So yes, let me just show you now the mechanism that we cut out earlier on in that acetate. I've put a little bit of red liner tape on one side and I put some in the other side. And then this wobbler activates, give it a little bit of movement to it. And I do that in both ways because I've found that doing it in both directions made it extra wobbly. So by kind of activating it, you're almost... It's almost like like an elastic band. If you move an elastic band more and more and more, it's almost more springy, isn't it? So that's what I've got here. Just try and get this red liner off. It's because I have glued it on, but my nails sort of flaking, which isn't the best. Get off you. There we go. So I'm going to attach this to his back. Now, do you remember that I said they were different sizes? you do kind of, before you really stick it, get a guide as to where you can put it. You don't want to put it too far at the top because obviously you'll be able to see it, and you don't want to put it too far towards the bottom. It's almost like a bit of a balancing act. And by the way, obviously I've put the red liner tape on the outside of that coil, and then the final coil I've put it on the opposite side, and that is what attaches to the card. Another little tip that I find is if I pop this, have I taken that off entirely? Yes, I have, Rebecca Redican.
You are saying coil, not quail, not a tiny chicken. Erin is like,
quail.
Is she saying quail? No, coil.
Quail.
Not quail.
Quail. No, a quail. Would you say a quail is a small chicken?
Pretty much,
It's
isn't
a
it?
definite different animal.
Oh yeah, but I mean they're sort of small feathered birds. They're all like, it's all like chicken, isn't it? Whenever anyone eats anything, go, what did it taste like? Oh, it tasted like chicken. So for me, all small feathered birds, just chickens.
Oh right, really? Really? No, what about, so a robin's a small chicken?
Just a really tiny chicken, yeah.
So penguins?
Oh no, they're like big fish chickens. Big fish chickens, yeah.
Lovely, a good fish chicken, how unusual.
Oh yeah.
How very strange. I really liked that as an analogy though. I am going to actually stick this on to my blank cardstock first off, and the reason I'm going to do that is, I'm going to put it that side, the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to be able to get it nice, crisp and clean, but also for me sometimes I just find that a bit easier to do, especially if, for example, I've kind of layered it. So the wobbly pattern layering I've done it by eye, so I kind of wanted it to, I didn't want to sort of put myself into a box, let's say, you know, captivate myself in what I could and could not do with it. I have got that Score Master on, so I'm going to use that actually.
Oh, nice. So Pamela says, rather than saying in for a penny, she would say the whole enchilada is how she'd describe it, which I love that, is what I say. I'm not sure how we'd shoehorn that into like a crafting event though. If it was, imagine the event, what's the event this weekend? It's the whole enchilada. Us dressed as enchiladas, just like presenting the shows maybe. I can't think of anything else.
What is an enchilada?
An enchilada is essentially a baked fajita, I think. You sort of make them up and then cover them in cheese and tomato sauce, and you bake them in the oven. They go a little bit crispy on the edges, also gooey in the centre. Yum,
do they come to you
delicious.
sizzling like a fajita does?
I don't know. I don't see why we couldn't make them sizzle just for you.
Well, yeah, why not?
I don't think they sizzle traditionally. I'm not sure. They are very delicious.
I like food that kind of puts on a bit of a show for you.
Do you?
Yeah, big fan.
Like a flambéed sauce at the table.
Oh my days.
Oh yeah.
Passes the blowtorch. Now, we're going to go back to this one now because I've just mat and laid that up. Obviously, you can measure it to fit yours and do it your way. This is just how I'm doing it today. Because as I mentioned before, it's just how my mind works sometimes. So now I'm going to grab another one of the rocker blocks, and the rocker block I'm going to go for on this one, I'm going to use the long word one because I wanted to put that sentiment in, which is the wobble I do without you, which I think is so cute. So wobble I do without you, and this I'm going to put on the longer word one because this is the really cool thing about the rocker blocks, okay? So the rocker blocks, as I mentioned before, you get a really nice pressure with them, so it means that they're lovely and even when you work with them, but also it's the right thing, you get all of them so it's the right tool for the right job. So obviously I used this one before for that larger stamp because it's a larger stamp. This one's perfect for your sentiments because it makes it, it's almost like, right, imagine I'm at a drive-through, yeah? And I love
how much imagining we do when you're here. I've got a lot of time for all this imagining.
Imagine I'm at a drive-through, yeah? And I've got a tractor, this one's the tractor, and then this one's like a Rolls Royce, or let's say, no, a limo, great, because it looks a bit like one, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, this is a limo. If I'm going to a drive-through, I'm going to be picking the limo. Do you know what I mean? Because it's the right job, it's the right tool for the job, but, like fast food, sorry.
Yeah, that's what we mean. Yeah, drive-through, like,
but if I'm sat outside a farm, I'm going to use the tractor.
Yeah.
So it's the right, Yeah, I feel like
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was lost slightly.
But you'd struggle getting the limb around the corners in the drive-through, maybe. But I get your point. Yeah.
Oh, all right then, a Mini or
Perfect.
any small average car. So yeah, I put the sentiment on in the bottom corner here, and I didn't mat and layer it because I just wanted to. It reminded me of like a cartoon font, so I wanted it to look a bit like a cartoon strip. And then finally, I just want to sort of show to you how to really activate the wobbleability of this. You are going to hold the back of, it's already adhered now, it's all good and done. You're going to hold the back of the wobbler and the detail itself and pull. Now this seems really sort of counterproductive, but I promise you it's almost like taking an elastic band and sort of stretching it so it becomes super duperly wobbly.
Oh yes.
So yes, this is the type of look and design that you two can do, and as I've said, so long as you make sure you're using the right size of the spiral that you get with your animal, you are going to get serious wobbleability.
Your body's too wobblicious for us, baby. Look at it. It's amazing. The penguin body is too wobblicious for us. See what I'm saying? Okay.
Thanks for that clarification.
Anyway, snowman. These are all the different ones you're going to get in here. This one is a snowman. Then you're also going to get that wibbly wobbly penguin in there as well. I love that you are getting all the little sentiments in here. What will I do without you? Hope your day is a flurry of fun. This one says, have a lovely Christmas, season's greetings. There with your, that's not a quail. I know that is a robin. It's a very small Christmas chicken is what that one is, the robin. There we go. Tiny turkey Christmas chicken, yes. And then this one here, I love this one, Goody Gumdrop. Have a tasty Christmas. The very obedient. He does look obedient, doesn't he? I love his little scarf as well. Looks like he's supporting Norwich City there. You've got Merry and Bright, to a dear friend. Then, of course, Mrs. Claus. But she has been baking. She is clutching some delicious baked goods, which I'm all about. And then we've got the cheeky little elf here. A lot of you saying in the comments the other day that this reminds you of Craig, the cheeky little elf. And then Santa as well. There too. Amazing value on this. Consider it's a really strong concept. You've got 8 different variations of it as well, which is brilliant. Something else I want to give you a heads up on that was very busy on Friday's Colour Me Happy show is the Aqua Mega Bundle. You are saving 50% in here. You get a full collection of the tri-colour aqua markers, which is brilliant. You're also going to get 3 clear overlay sparkle pens and 60 of our Aqua Blend watercolour pencils in there, plus the carry case as well to pop those tricolour aqua pens into. A phenomenal deal. 55.20 or 77.60 for platinum members. Monica says Becky is doing such a great job. Susie T says yes, isn't Becky doing such a great job? And I love the Becky and Joe show. We love the Becky and Joe. Well, I do anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
As we've done a lot of role playing today, which I'm all about. Mariah's saying as well, I've ordered the Sharon Callis set. The fairies look so fun and the set seems so versatile. Hurry up please, DHL. Lots of you out there with very full baskets, going to give you an opportunity now to check those baskets out. So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today. Hi, Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easy to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
It is, you know, it's always fun here at Crafters TV. We create every day. Some days we create mayhem, pandemonium, excitement, but always lots of gorgeous projects as well. Lots of laughs some days too. Sue Greenwell says, hi Joe and Becky, fabulous show. You two are absolutely hilarious. I hope we get to work together again really soon. So do I, Sue, so do I. Right, I want to give you a heads up what's happening tomorrow actually. Ben will be back in the building and Craig will be back after his slightly extended weekend. They'll both be here for Wake Up Call, midday in the UK, 7 a.m. across on the East Coast, and they'll be launching a brand new Get It, Got It Good, so don't miss out on that. And then there's a launch day tomorrow. It's the Christmas layering scene stamps. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? That'll be with Debbie Robinson. She's back in the building after her holiday, so make sure you come and say hi to her. Right, we're going to move on to these, and they are stunning. They were launched very recently. You guys absolutely love them. They're kind of like the best of both. They're like an edgeable and a creator card. So we've jam-packed so much detail in, as you'd expect from a creator card, but then they are, as you'll see here, over the edge of the card. So it doesn't cut out along this side just here, but gives you all that gorgeous detail. Now you've got this wonderful Christmas angel in here. You also have this fabulous tree in here as well. And then we've got this scene, really gorgeous, this one. So a great sort of nativity scene there for you. Then, I love this one. It's like the Bethlehem scene. You've got the camel in the foreground here, some really beautiful designs in there too. This one here is these snowmen, they look cheeky, like they've been up to no good. They're quite sassy almost, aren't they? I love them.
Yeah, I know, like they'll throw a snowball at you.
Yeah, like it's gone above 0 degrees, but they haven't melted yet, and they're feeling really smug about it.
Totally.
Yeah. Then you've got snowflakes in here. I love that the more you look at these, the more you sort of see all the different things that are in here. You've got the fence in the background there too, and then you've also got that wonderful deer there in that wooded scene as well. And this is the one I believe the lovely Becky's going to be demonstrating. If you want to grab a hold of these, you can. You are still able to get all 8 that we launched as well, all of them that we launched. And then what you'll also get in here as well, there's 6 designs there that we launched. You will also get the diet brush and sponge in there as well. $67.99, $79.95. Platinum members, you're looking at less than 55 pounds or $65. You can get them individually, they're all available individually, or any 2 of these, £23 or $27 if you prefer to get them in that way. Lots of you went for these when we launched them, so I know a lot of you will be watching eagle-eyed now to see even more inspiration. There's so much detail in these, isn't there, Becky?
Yeah, I love how much detail there is. You're so right, and I like that because they're a create card. Just in case you've not seen them before, they are sturdy enough to just stand alone. This one I've put acetate in just because of what it is. But yeah, I thought it would be lovely to create something with this that isn't necessarily Christmas. So this could be a great Christmas gift, because I don't know about you, but I buy ties for a lot of males in my family, even some females in my family, but I always find them a real pain to wrap. So I thought what I'd do is make a little tie box that has got the lovely backing in it as well, because ties are notoriously quite tricky to make look pretty. So this is what we've got here when you're wrapping. But also, although it's quite festive feeling, if you've got someone whose birthday's even, November, December, January, February, at winter time, I think that's a really nice birthday box as well. So, we have got this fabulous Reindeer Forest. This is the one that we're going to be talking about. And if you haven't seen them before, just in case you are new to us, when we talk about creator cards, we're talking about an element that you really just stamp out and create a card. So this one here, you'll notice you've got the raised section, which is your cutting edge, and then you've got this section which is completely smooth. So that means, dependent on where you put that on the card, whether it's there, then it will cut here and still be attached, or whether it's here, you get a really long section there and it cuts here. It's totally up to you. So I'm well aware that as well as those treats, we have been talking about the Schoolmaster today. And if you haven't seen it properly before, let me tell you that this is one of those tools that once you have it, you will think, how have I ever done this without this before? So let me just tell you that you've got your measurements in inches at the top here, and it's even graduated down to 1/8 of an inch on each one. So that means that you can get really precise measurements. If you are a centimetre worker, which no, I actually am, I'm well aware that I've been telling you things in inches. You will have noticed I've been saying in centimetres as well. You can use your centimetre side there, and then it's to every 1/2 centimetre or 5 millimetres. You get this tool here, which helps you score and burnish. So if you did fancy, treating yourself to this, then you can. I'm going to start off with bringing you this. This is the card that I used on the for the lid, and this is what the Schoolmaster is brilliant at. Right down here at the bottom, you will note it says box lid and it says box base. And all we're going to do is decide whether this is going to be the lid or the base. Now this is going to be the lid because for me it's the lovely colour. This, by the way, is from the watercolour collection if you did want to grab it. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be scoring on the box lid side at the 1 inch mark. So the 1 inch I'm going to bob in. This is the gorgeous pearlescent baby blue. I think it feels so, I don't know, it's like the colour you might see in a Mariah Carey Christmas video.
Yeah,
or
if this was flying, this cardstock could definitely be going first class. No other way. It would have like a private buggy from the land side to the aircraft.
That's so
and
true.
You wouldn't even be able to look at it. It would be so exclusive as it got on the plane. No, unless you were flying first class as well.
That is so true. I love
feeling,
that.
isn't it?
So on this piece of cardstock, which is 6 inches by 11 inches, I'm just scoring at that 1 inch mark each time, just to show you how easy this is. And then I like to burnish down at this point, although you don't have to. It's absolutely up to you, but I do like to. So just to let you know, I would do the exact same for the base. I won't show you that because you've kind of seen it now, but I would do the exact same one for the base. And that means that although it's still at the 1 inch mark, it's a little bit of a fib really. It's actually slightly different. So that means that you get a really snug fit, because if you think about it, you don't want the same size lid as you have at the base, because obviously it won't work. So we've done that. Now I'm going to bring in my die. So my die that I'm bringing is of course the reindeer one. I've popped a little bit of low tack tape on this, which I think is quite handy for this because I want it to be quite bang on. Now I just want to explain to you again the non-cut side. That bit's not going to cut, but this bit is. Now obviously I've scored this here. If I were to put that cutting edge right next to that cut line, I'm not going to be able to get my acetate underneath there. So this section will not cut. The only first bit that will is this little snowflake here. So long as that snowflake is really close to this side, I know that I'm going to have plenty of wiggle room, let's say.
Wiggle
Room on that side to give a nice finish. Another little tip for you is quite nice and intricate, this die, so if you did want to use your metal plates, then you could as well. But also, with it being quite nice and sort of intricate, as it were, you are going to get a really lovely finish with this. I should use my large plate, shouldn't I? Yes, I will. But you will get a really nice sort of finish with this when you do cut that through. Now, just because I've got the junior next to me, I'm thinking, I will keep using this one. You can, again, just to let you know, use it on the larger one as well. So again, I'm going to put that base plate on. Then I've got the frosty shim, and
shim. I love it, frosty shim.
I won't carry on. And I'm going to be feeding this through. I will just say to you as well, I should really put the edge of that paper in, but it'll all be good. I will just say to you as well that with the different ones that you get within this collection, some of them are more cut out than others. So if you did want one with like a proper window, then you've got that opportunity, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, like the nativity one, for instance, is
Yes.
a little more, has a little more aperture, doesn't it, than the
Yes,
other ones?
completely.
What's the other one I thought
Completely.
the same about? Yeah, I guess the Christmas one has quite a lot of aperture.
That one's got quite
well.
a bit as well, hasn't
Yeah.
it? So,
All gorgeous.
totally. And you've seen how they've just fallen out. There's only a couple of little bits and bobs left in there, but I just think that looks fab. And you can see I've left plenty of space there. Now, this one I'm bringing to you purely because I've cut off the sides, but I've done nothing different with it. It's just because I've cut off those sides. And you can see I've just taken off a couple of mil on each of those in an angle, and that just helps you get a real nice close on the box. So with this one, at this point, you could decorate it. What I'm actually going to do is show you how to build it, just because I've got this attachment here. Now, it is up to you how you would attach this. I generally would attach it with a wet glue. I'm someone who likes to use my cloud glue on this. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use the tape pen, but what I will show you is one way that I like to keep these really nice and sturdy. So, on the black sections that you've got here, remember I didn't have to score that separately, I just cut that section away. If you were to use your cloud glue, for example, you use whichever one you want. What I would do, as opposed to sitting there and holding it, is grab one of our clips that we use a lot on our softer side. You possibly even had those, you will possibly already have these, and I will literally just hold that on and then carry on gluing them around. If you don't have those, because I am big into, I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I've not got that, so I can't do this. You can, just hold it. But I just get a bit bored and distracted and it goes a bit on the wonk. Another one you can use is one of these. I'm not sure what we call them in the UK.
A hair clip? A bobby pin. There we go.
We here in the UK generally call them a Kirby grip. But yeah,
Kirby grip, is that what we call them here?
Yeah, Kirby grip.
I called it a hair clip, I don't know why.
Hair clip? Well, I suppose you could. But yeah,
It's not a hair clip according to Charlotte. It's definitely not a hair clip. No.
A hair clip's... Oh, Charlotte, a hair clip's one of the clippy things.
Yeah, actually, she's probably right. I've got a hair clip. I've got a very sassy hair clip here, actually.
What is that?
This is Bernie's.
Yeah.
Bernie's hair clip from earlier.
That's funny.
Sure.
Yeah, can we...
I just pulled a lot of hair out there, I think.
Did you just pull a bit of hair out?
Yeah, I don't think I've got enough hair. I don't have as much hair as I used to, unfortunately. It's got a bit thin on the front corners, you see.
Is it? Oh, a bit receding.
Well, not receding, no,
right,
just a
sorry.
little bit thin, Becky.
Sorry.
It's not going back, it's just thinning a little bit.
Oh,
There you
right,
go, what do you
okay.
think? Do you like it?
I think it suits
Gorgeous.
you. It's really pretty. Sorry, not receding.
Right.
Thinning. You'll see I put some red liner tape in here. Again though, if you did want to, you could use, what's it called? Like your dotty tape pen. The only thing I find with the dotty tape pen with this, and this is me personally, is because I'm putting acetate on it, sometimes if I do want to clear it out, it's a little bit, it's like, no thanks, you're
Right, yeah.
all right. But that could just be me. Again, you can use your tape pen, you can use wet glue with this if you want. I've just gone for the red liner. And do note as well that I am leaving the Kirby grip and the thing on here, and I'm still working around it. Even though that glue is still technically wet, that is firm enough to hold it. I did use the tape pen, just in case you didn't spot that. I did use the tape pen for the other side, so that was just for quickness. So, now I'm going to add into this the acetate. I've opted for this acetate, which is from the watercolour collection.
Nice.
And
Available
I
on the show.
love it! I've just loved the detail of that. I think it's really beautiful. So this one, to let you know, I've actually cut it to just shy of hang on, let me double check that. It is 3.5. It's 4. So I've cut it just shy of 4 inches across, and I've just left it the normal A4 side, the A4 side that you're getting. So it's literally one cut and you're done here. And then I'm going to feed that through. Now what you'll notice is the actual acetate way surpasses the dye itself. But I don't mind that one bit because it's just adding more rigidity, isn't it? That's all it's doing. It's adding a little bit more oomph, a little bit of something extra. So I'm going to really activate that glue pen. If you did want to use the dotted tape pen, then I do remember you mentioning earlier on, Jo, that there was an offer on it, wasn't there?
There is, yeah. Buy 3 get 1 for a penny available in the earlier show.
Perfect.
Do hop over to the website, head to the in for a penny, in for a pound section. You'll see loads of different offers over there on loads of items that you can get for a penny when you buy them with something else.
That's well
which is
worth
very
it,
generous
isn't it?
of us. Karen Albright loves these and has gone for them. She says at this rate I'll have to live to be 150 to use all of my Christmas stuff.
Oh, yeah, but
It's all about the choice, all about having the choice, isn't it?
definitely. And year after year being able to make something different. And not everybody in your, family or whatever will necessarily want the exact same card, will they?
No.
And as we said, for this one, winter birthdays as well. So yes, I got some lovely paper stock. This is from the Farmyard. Is it Farmyard? I did write it down.
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse, that's the one. Farmhouse. I know that we've had this on that show earlier on, and I think it's one that you got for a penny actually. So if you did want it, it's this one on the background. So cut these ones down to size so that they fit inside the box. And as I said before, I just did it exactly the same, but I did it on the base, this one, so it's a good size. And I'm going to
Erin and Charlotte in the gallery come out with all sorts of great ideas for this box. Scarves, little scarves, be nice. Gloves, socks, they're saying as well.
Because how hard are gloves to wrap?
So hard.
Because they're just hand-shaped
Just
fabric.
gloves, aren't they?
I mean,
just
what
like
great
little floppy
description.
hands, aren't they?
They really are, though. It's so true. Yeah, no, so that's what I thought, because I'll be honest, I don't know if other people will agree with this, but I do think that, ties are a little bit of like an easy gift to give to certain people. But
Absolutely.
they are hard to wrap and make look nice. And I think this is a lovely way that you can kind of do it. And also, the reason, I will mention this as well, the reason I did that backing inside is once the gift is out, that can just be stood on a mantelpiece, and it has your sentiment at the top for this one, enjoy the wonders of the season. And so it's almost like a card as well that will stay on their mantelpiece. It doesn't have to have the tie inside it.
Absolutely. Or you could even reuse it and repurpose it and give something to someone else with it in as well.
That's a great idea.
Have you ever given something to someone in a box and the packaging's been so nice that you've asked for the box back once they've taken the gift out?
Whoa.
I have done that once or twice.
Wow.
I bought something to someone and the box was really nice, and then the box that the thing was in, it was just in an outer box. I said I didn't really have anything to put it in. I didn't want to give you this box, but I've put it in here anyway, so can I have the box back? And they were like, yeah,
Wow.
of course, have the box back.
Oh, they didn't mind?
No, they didn't mind.
Oh, that's nice. I don't know how I would have felt about that.
Charlotte said they probably thought I was stingy.
I
am a bit
thinking it.
stingy. I am a bit stingy. I'm all right with that. I've made my peace
I'm sure
with
they
it.
understood. But one thing I would say is, when you get the gift bags, when someone writes on the tag, I'm like,
Oh no,
wish you hadn't
never
done
write
that.
on the tag.
Don't write on the tag.
Never write on the tag on a
No.
gift bag. No.
I want to use it again.
And also, I feel like putting presents in boxes and then wrapping boxes or creating lovely boxes for gifts is lovely. My mum just puts everything in a bag.
Oh, like a big gift bag.
Just a big gift bag. She just puts it all in a bag and puts some sellotape on the top.
Oh,
and I think that's a little bit of a cop-out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I want it wrapped. Yeah, I
like
want to
the
know that you
unwrap.
put I really take comfort in knowing that someone's put a lot of effort and energy and thought and care into something for you.
And do you know what? Let's be completely honest with that again. How quickly, when you get that gift in that bag, once you've opened the bag, do you know exactly what you've got?
Immediately.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't
like
even need
that.
to open it. I can peer in.
Yeah, you can literally have a little nosy
Yeah, it's
in.
not as much fun as opening a present.
No. So I'll let you know the snowflakes that I'm cutting out that I've got here for you are from the watercolour collection. They are the dies that we've got for you. Let me see if I can actually find the box. I might not be able to. But yeah, these are the actual dies that you get in the watercolour collection, and the vellum that you get within the kit. I've actually just cut these out in vellum. That's all it is.
Beautiful.
So taking them and cutting them out in the vellum. And the vellum that you get within this collection is the one with the little foiling in, like the foiled ones that Jo was showing earlier. So just by grabbing them and taking the different shapes and layering them up, I liked that you could create really unique and individual designs.
There's a hilarious comment from Patty's come in. She puts, OMG Jo, we have a friend in our crafting group that always wants her bags back. We all know now to take the gift out and hand her the bag back immediately.
Oh, I I love that.
Maybe I'm that person with my friends.
Yeah, maybe. I love that.
That's great.
So yeah, these are at the bottom of your screen now, just to let you know. You are getting 7 different dies in here, and they really do vary in size. In fact, let me just quickly show you. Look at the size of that one.
What a whopper that is.
It's good, isn't it? So yeah, you get a big selection. There's some more on the back, and you can stack and layer these in whatever way you wanted. I liked it with the vellum because I liked that you could peek through, and it meant that you could peek through to the gift as well.
Nice.
And then I've just got some of these little Diamante-esque elements here that I know we've had on show before, but if you haven't got anything quite like this, then don't forget in the embossing box that we did before,
yes,
the kit box, you had loads of those lovely coloured Diamantes, so you could pop them on there as well.
The sort of blue ones would work beautifully, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and another thing I would say is great about these Diamantes is in some of the vellum, because I've used vellum here, and you can see a little bit of the glue. Well, guess what? Problem solved. So yes, there you go. So that is very, very simplistic, very easy done. Your wonderful tie box for enjoy the wonders of the season.
Amazing. Now let me recap what you've got here, because you can do this with all the designs, I'm guessing, Becky.
Course,
they would all work in this way. So you've got your Christmas angel just here, which is excellent. I love it with the Christmas angel, these wings, they are also pop out. So let me just pop that one out there for you so you can see here. So these are extra texture, so think about maybe inking those up as well, would be awesome. Then you've got your Christmas tree just here, which is fantastic. We also then have your nativity scene.
That's so pretty.
It's really cute, isn't it, that one?
Lovely.
You've also then got your Bethlehem scene there as well. This one's excellent. Who did a demo with this? Oh, let me just show you. Can I just grab something? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to show you, because if you go for that Bethlehem one and you want to do a craft along, if you went for this one, the Bethlehem one, this was actually Debbie Fisher's craft along from earlier in the week that's done using that. I thought it was absolutely amazing. That's so awesome. You could go back and recreate that one if you wanted to. You've also got the snowmen in there. And you've also got that woodland deer in there too. So you get all of them for that price. Platinum members, $54.39 or $63.96 is your price there on that one. Don't miss out on those. Now, we're going to go back to Sharon Callis is where we're going to go next. Sharon actually joined us last night in the craft house, and we have a clip of that. I'm going to take you through what you're getting included in here first. Do excuse me. I'm a bit mucky tonight. Not mucky.
Are you in general?
More messy than mucky, I'd say. Yeah, more messy than mucky. Right, let me... And now I've lost a bit.
Uh-oh, what have you lost?
Oh, no.
Can I help?
Oh, no. As Debbie Fisher goes now. She's made her own version up. Right, here we go. Sorry, got my house in order. Let's start off with the rose. Now, the whole inspiration for these was that Sharon loves fairies and loves flowers. So what you've got in here is the best of both. They're really customizable as well. You can be able to layer these up. Lots of little hints, lots of design features in here. So what you get there is you get the rose, and then the rose comes with the quilling flower that's also the rose too, and you will then get as well your rose pad that goes with it. So the pad is going to be for that quilling flower. Lots of different tones in there, so you can play around with the positioning of those and how you make those up. The next one we've got for you is this one here. Now this is Jasmine, and the Jasmine one, all the poses are different as well. That's intentional, so you can really play around again with positioning, maybe even make them look like they're flying if you want to. It comes with the Jasmine quilling flower, and the quilling flower actually has a stamen in it, which is very clever. And then you get the pad then, which will go with that too, which is beautiful. And then finally in this collection you also have the aster, and the aster comes with the aster quilling die, which is this one just here. Absolutely beautiful. And that comes with the aster pad too. Now you get absolutely all of that. All of those elements are all available individually for you too, so you'll be able to go over to the website and find those individually should you want to get them like that. But we've actually got a clip of the lovely Sharon sharing a demonstration with us from last night. We're going to play that for you now.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun with a bit of vellum and a bit of heat stamping. And I'm going to start off with Rose, because I love Rose. She's my favourite of the collection. I shouldn't have favourites, but I do, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my butterfly wings first. I like to start with the wings, and I tend to colour the wings first, and then I colour the fairy, because you like to play with colours and in the wings, and then it kind of, whatever the dominant colour is, then I like to put it into the clothes. So that's just the way I do it when I'm starting off. So I've got my stamping platform, and these are absolutely fantastic for things like this because of the length of the stamps and the width as well. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the Harmony water-based ink in black. Now you can use the white or the watermark stamp as well, but I'm just going to use the black one because I'm using black embossing powder. So if I miss any of the embossing powder, which sometimes happens with me, then it doesn't show up too much. So I'm just going to stamp in the center, giving it a good press down like that. And it's very faint, but the thing I like about it, because it's on vellum, it's not going to dry straight away. So it gives me working time then with the embossing powder. So I'm just going to use a card here, and I'll put that down on just so you can see it a bit easier. So I'm just going to any black embossing powder, and I'm going to tilt it to the side and just let it run down it like that. And then just give it a gentle tap, and that gets rid of all the excess. So because it's vellum, you have a lot more working time on it than you do with paper. And I'll just pour this back in, because anyone who's worked with black embossing powder knows it gets everywhere and into everything. Right. So I'm going to heat emboss this. So I'm going to start at the corner, and it turns fairly quick as well. And just work my way down. You'll see it get darker. And work across. And then up the centre.
Again, it's such an effective technique, isn't it, Sharon, embossing? Like, I know a lot of people talk about it being the one thing that got them into crafting in the first place.
Well, I mean, can you imagine, the fun and the versatility with the heat embossing? And you can use it with all your stamps. So it's a technique that you can use forever in everything that you make. And that's why I like it. Because some techniques you learn and it's very limited. But I'm just going to put that stamp back on the carrier sheet. Then what you do then is we have outline dies. And these outline dies then, all you do is you place it over and you line it up with the edges evenly, and then you run that through your Gemini, and these are the wings that you end up with. Now, they're quite transparent. I've done it on pink, you can do it on white, but then all you do then is, with vellum, you get your tri-blends or your classiques or anything, and then you just colour them in. You colour them in the same way that you would with your papers, and you can do your shading, etc. But what I love apart from that is that it takes the sparkle pens really well, and so you don't have to sit here and watch me colour. Here's one that I did earlier, so I'll just bring that up to the camera so you can see. So I've done all the shading with the tri-blends, but I've used the glitter pens on the tips of the wings. But you can see it's quite transparent, and that gives a lovely illusion to the fairy wings as well. So when I've done that, then I actually went along and I took the skirt petals and I did the same thing. So I heat embossed them, and then I put the glitter pens on them as well. So I'll see if I can get to show you the shimmer on that now. My lighting isn't great here. There you go. So it gives them a lovely shimmer. But before I put them on the fairy, I want to shape them. And this is important when you're doing the fairies, to add a little bit of shaping to the petals, and it gives the skirt a little bit of lift. So I'm going on the reverse, and I'm using the ball tool. I'm actually using the largest one, and all I'm doing is rolling it in the center, because you can see it creases quite easily, vellum. So I'm just giving it a little roll, and that's all you need in that to give it a little bit of bounce. So I'm going to do that with all of the layers, just giving a little roll, because I don't want to rip vellum as well, because vellum can rip quite easily, and then just use the smaller tool down here. So that's giving me the curve and dimension in the vellum. And then of course we have Rose herself. Now I've coloured Rose in with the dark red blend and the flesh tones in the tri-blends, but I'm going to use the glitter marker on her hair, or the Spectrum Noir sparkle marker, and I'm using the Essential Brights one here. So this is the gold one that's in it. And if anybody hasn't used these pens before, they come with this yellow ring on them. So all you do is you open the pen, remove the yellow ring, then you close down your pen, and then you just pull it apart. And in the barrel here, then that's where you'll see the ink come through, but you need to prime it. So all you do is you give it a gentle little squeeze, and you'll watch the nib of the pen fill up with the colour. So I'm giving it another little squeeze there now, and then we're ready. And then I'm just simply going to colour her hair.
Some questions coming in, Sharon. Suzanne is saying, did Sharon colour the wings on the embossed side, or did you colour them on the reverse side? Good question there from Suzanne.
I coloured them on the embossed side because it kind of prevents the colour from running.
Okay, cool.
So I've done it on the embossed side. So that's our fairy there now. And you know, I'm going to give her a little bit of movement, a little bit of shape. So I'm really just going to lift up the arms a little bit, and I'm going to curve her body down the centre. And that just adds a little bit more shape to her. And then we're going to add the skirt. So what I'll do is I'll just put down a blank piece of paper here so people can see this a bit easier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wings on first, but I'm going to actually use a little foam pad behind, so there's a bit of dimension depth between the fairy and the wings themselves. So just down the centre, and then remove that. Get your tweezers out, and just give them a little curve. And then when you're placing the fairy on it, hold the wings in your hand, and then move her up and down to where you think they should be. And I'm going to go for here. And then with the foam pad, they will actually bend back, as you can see there. So it just gives it a little bit more. And then we'll start with the skirt. Now, vellum can be tricky to glue down at times, but I'm going to use the tape pens just for speed here, but I recommend using quick drying glue. So when you're layering it up, now we have belts on her. Do you know what? I'm going to give her a little bit of gold there as well along her belt line as well. So just going along here and along here. I love these glitter pens, sparkle pens. I'm going to be shot, Joe, if I don't say it right. So then we're going to layer up the skirt. So we start with the largest layer. Then we're going to go with the next layer. Now you can do this with foam pads if you want, but they'll show through the vellum, so that's why I'm using the tape pen as well. And then finally the top layer. Fairy. Now get a pokey tool and just go under the layers and lift them up slightly to get your dimension in. It just gives a bit more movement to the petals themselves. Now there, and that's our fairy done. So I'm just going to put her to the side, and then I'm going to show you how to make the quilling flower. So this is the rose quilling flower, and as I said earlier, the die itself has a perforation down the centre. So that is your fold line. This is a sheet from the petal papers, and this is the dark red. So as you can see, as I was saying about the two-tone, we have dark red on one end and we have lighter red on the other. And it is double-sided, because I know someone was asking that question. I'm going to give these petals a little bit of dimension as well. So when you're going to make the quilling flowers and you want to do your petals, you get your quilling tool and then you just quickly go down one side. And I love using the stamping pad for this because it helps stop the paper from tearing and you can press quite hard on it. But you have to flip the flower over and then do the other side. Just like that. So don't worry too much about the creases at the moment because you'll be doing more shaping when you assemble the flower. So that's it. That's as easy as it is to do that. Now you can add inks to it at the side if you want, or the tips or your glossy accents. And then we're just going to fold it over on itself. And because it's joined down the middle, you don't have to worry about the alignment. You don't have to worry about adding glue down the center to keep the petals together or the two layers. That's already done for you. And that's what you end up with. You end up with a strip ready to quill. So you get a quilling tool, you can use a tweezers if you want, or you put red liner tape on it and use a cocktail stick. I'm starting with the quilling tool and I do the first turn, but I give the first petal a pinch so that it curves in on itself, just like that. Now I'm going to use liquid glue. You can use the red liner tape, but I recommend the 3mm. But I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down it. You don't need an awful lot on it, because what's going to happen is when you start to quill, the glue is going to travel down the strip itself when you squish it. So the glue will move, and then it's just as easy as this. Then you just quill it, simply turn it. Now this paper is a coated paper, so when you get to the end you have to hold it a little bit longer than normal to get it to stick, to hold. So you just give it a pinch and just keep it on the quilling tool while you shape the petals. And because the alignment is done for you, when you go and open out the flower, the gaps will all fill for you. See how easy is that? And that's how easy it is to do the rose itself. So that's our rose. And then all we do is we have some of the foliage as well. And here's some that I made as well earlier. So I've made one out of the pink. There's another one out of the dark red, and here's the yellow. So I think we'll put these all together on a card. And I'll show you then how it all comes together. So just a basic card form, and then we're just going to mat and layer some of the black cardstock. That there. Line that up. And then we have a sheet of paper from Sarah's. Now, I can't pronounce this word, Joe. You're going to have to help me with this one.
Chinoiserie.
Chinoiserie.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It absolutely. It's one of those pads where you're kind of crying cutting it up because the paper is so gorgeous. So that's why I got two. So I don't feel so bad. So then just place that there. And then down the center then I've just made a strip, and I'm going to use foam pads on this. So I'm just going to put 3 on, I think. I won't do a Craig on it. Then remove these. And we're just going to put that down the center because that's what's going to be the base for our fairy. Center. And then we're going to add our fairy. And again, I'm actually going to use foam pads on the rear of the fairy. So flip her over. Now you don't have to stick the fairy on a card. I mean, you could add little hooks to the top of her head, and you could make gorgeous in white and blue, you know, Christmas fairies. for Christmas coming up, or you want to do little gift tags, or you want to do a mobile. So you can have so much fun with these and do them in more primary colours for kids as well. We'll pop our fairy down the centre. And then we're going to add our quilling flowers. So what I'll do is I'm going to use some of the silicone on the back just for speed, the 3D gel. And then we just add our foliage. Pop that in there, and I think I'll do one down this end. And I think we'll pop a yellow one on just for a bit of brightness. And then we have our sentiment. So I'm going to put congratulations on it. And I'm just going to offset that. So you can add more flowers and more foliage, but that's our little flower fairy card. So I'll show that to the front camera.
Really, really is gorgeous. I love how, as well, having the papers behind there really changes it, doesn't it? And I guess depending on what papers you marry it with, Sharon, is going to really change the way they look and feel. But very, very grown up. A lot of the comments are saying they're really pleased to see angels, but fairies, but them not be sort of cartoon style. They are quite refined and elegant, aren't they?
Well, I wanted to have a more grown-up look so that there was more scope, that you could use them as dancers, or even, as you said, you maybe turn them into angels, you know, for Christmas, or leave off the wings and you've got a ballet dancer. If you were to do the skirts, the petal skirts there, in a bit of felt or netting instead of paper, you could have a lovely little ballet dancer there.
So lovely to have Sharon with us in the show, as it always is. She is so funny. She always has us chuckling here in the studio. Right, let me just recap what you're getting here. It was so busy, that launch show last night. You've essentially got this same concept, obviously design differences. It's a really strong concept and it carries all the way through. So you've got it in 3 different styles. You've got the rose. Within the rose you get the stamps and dies. You get that quilling flower die in there. And of course then the pad, which is going to enable you to create those beautiful floral elements. Then we also have for you the Jasmine. I love how the fairies all are in different poses. There's definitely different ways that you can play around with them and configure them. Lots of embellishing elements in there for you as well. You've then got the orange Jasmine quilling flower, and this is beautiful. You've got the stamens actually built into there, which is fantastic. And then you've got the pad there that goes with that. And again, this is great because if you don't own inks or ink pads or blendable inks, then this is all done for you, which is excellent. Then we also have the Aster, which is this one here. Really love the pose that this fairy is in. You're going to get that Aster flower quilling die to go alongside that, and also then you will get this beautiful pad too in the Aster there. Really lovely vibrancy to those colours. All of that coming away for $89.99 or $110. That's a really good saving of almost £30, over $30. But Platinum members, of course, everyone in Club Inspire getting some discount. Platinum members, $71.99 or $88. Right, we've got a lot of votes to get through today. It's like a local council by-election in here. Shall we get the first one done for the card of the show, Becky?
Cool beans, yeah. Okay, so numero uno was from the embossing box. This was your happy birthday, that's number 1. We then got wobbly with our little wobbly penguin. Ooh, that was option number 2. Look at him go. And then there was also the box as well. So this is the tie box that we did with the Scoremaster earlier on. And so yes, that is the 3rd one. Oh, I've not made that one yet. The 3. I've not made that one yet. I'll be doing that next. So yeah, 1, 2, or 3. Yeah.
The choice is yours, as Scylla would say. If you want to vote, get yourself over to Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. You've probably got about 5 minutes to get your votes in, because then obviously we're going to do card of the day after that, and then we'll do card of the week, and someone will be getting themselves up on the board, which is fantastic. Now, we do have some of the watercolour Christmas items still in stock. If you're spending over £40 or dollars on the individual items, you will get an extra 5% discount as well, which is nice. We'll start with this Pearlescent Cardstock. It really is gorgeous. You've got that wonderful, rich, almost like a raspberry Christmas red in here. I love this blue. It's kind of like a French navy. It's really, really gorgeous. And then through to that kind of, you know, it's kind of like a blush, blush sky blue, isn't it?
Oh, I like that description, yeah.
And then that beautiful taupe in there as well. Really lovely. Christmas, it's like someone's gone Christmas, but make it classy, and that is what you've got here with this pad. The next one we've got for you as well is the Vellums just here. Now the Vellums are, I mean, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Look at them, with all of that wonderful foiling, and then you've got each design with the foiling, or with almost, it looks like it's been heat embossed. Really, really fantastic there. So again, that foiling, really beautiful. And again, one more design there for you as well, with that kind of like a, it's like a foil. Like if the foiling was mirrored, this would be like matte mirror. It's almost like very
like satin
subtle
finish.
Satin foiling. Yeah, really, really beautiful. So that's your Vellums. We then also have these. Now these are really great for building up scenes on smaller cards. These are your quirky Christmas trees that you've got right here. Then we've also got Let It Snow. I love this. You've got in here Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. We then have those beautiful snowflake dimensionals that Becky mentioned a little earlier in the show too. They are available to you. And then we also have the die cut toppers as well. So these are your 3D die cut toppers. You get 23 of these in this selection. Definitely worth multi-ordering on those. So I know you're going to get lots and lots of craftability out of them as well. If you want to place an order for absolutely anything, you can. It's really easy to do so. Head over to the website crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu and hit that shop the show button. But I believe Becky's going to share another fabulous demonstration with us.
Oh, I'm going to try, yeah. So we're going to be creating this card now with some of those watercolour elements that you've got, and this is an easel card, just to show you that. So this is what we are going to be creating right here, right now, and there's a few different elements to this, so I'll just go through the main things and then we'll kind of skip ahead a few. So I'm going to start off with the vellum, and the vellum that I've gone for is the really silvery one with the sort of snowflakes on. I really love this one. I think it could be for many different things, because actually, I'm thinking this is really nice for weddings as well. Yeah. Because it could be like silver confetti, couldn't it? There's nothing stopping you from making it that. So I am going to cut this at 6 inches by 7 inches. And I'm going to do a couple of different things to this and on this. So that was 6 inches. I'm now going to go in for 7. And I'm going to do a few different things with this. I am going to die cut it, but also emboss it. Nice. Now, I'm going to go in with the embossing first. Now, the reason I'm going to emboss this first is I found that if you think about the pressure of the embosser and you think about those elements sitting in together, it can stretch things. So I found that when I used this and then die cut it, it was a much crisper finish. It didn't kind of stretch the wording out of space. So do it which way you fancy. This one I love because you've got the more dense element here at the top, and then you've got the, as it goes down, it's a little bit more genteel. So pick which section you want. I quite like it when it's sort of middling. I don't want it too OTT because I still want you to really appreciate the pattern of that. So as you can see, I've put it so that it kind of fits nicely in side by side. And again, with these embossing folders, you can go in on your junior and you just need the main plates, so the top and the base clear plates. And now I'm going to feed these through. Come on, you. So I'm feeding them through now. There are a few different steps to this, as I've said, and the next one we're going to do is we're going to die cut. So I'm using this for the die cutting, which is the Let It Snow. And the Let It Snow one's a really cool one because it is actually stamped and it also comes with the die. I'll talk to you more about that in a moment. I just want to get this out to show you. Oh, as if I put it against black, you'll be able to see it a bit better. So you can see now that we've got that lovely snowflake detail on here. Nice. And that's just using some of it. If you want it to be more of a flourish, just go higher up and use it there. It's up to you. So that's what we've done with that one. And now I'm going to use my die on this. As I said, this one is the Let It Snow. And I love because you've got the Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow in the different fonts, but also it's really nice because you've got the inside die and the outside die. For this one, I'm just going to go for the word itself. I'm going to put this onto my clear plate. Now, if you wanted to tape this down, absolutely go for it. I don't mind if this goes a little bit wonky on mine, so I'm just not going to. I'm going to put it to the side. And one thing I will mention is I'm not going to put this dead center because I want to put one of my quirky trees here. So I'm just going to ease it off to the side there. And then we're going to go with your frosted shim. We've got your magnetic and then your top plate again. So I'm going to hold that into place and again feed it through. Remember, you can use this on your normal size Gemini as well if you so wanted. But because you've done the embossing in this, it's going to cut out really nicely and it's again not going to distort. That's the word I was looking for before. It's not going to distort as much as it would if you did it the other way around. Again though, different strokes for different folks, right? So do what you wish. So there we go, we have cut that out, and the Let It is just stayed here, and the snow, I want you to save that bit, so pop that to the side.
Nice.
So there you go, you have now got, I'll show you on the black again, you've now got your textured section you've done, and you've got that word, and now you've got your word to the side of it. Now, what I will like you to do is we're going to kind of back this, because if I show you this design, we've not just gone straight on, I've actually used some of the cardstocks. Now this is from my papers. This was from the watercolour paper pad. And which one I used on this was one of my dark, deep designs. But look at how many different ones you've got. That'd be a great one. To juxtapose it, I would say go for a darker colour, but again, try it out, it's up to you. So just to speed up, what I did was I cut out a piece of that cardstock and I've cut it 6 inches by 5 inches, the actual cardstock itself, and I've popped some red liner tape around it. To turn this into a finished piece like this, all I've done is gone around and scored 1/2 inch at each side so that I can fold this on and it will attach. So just to let you know, that's all I've done. So if I get my pokey tool, come back here you. I'm just going to take these off. So you can also see that I've cut out the corners. You can just cut out a little like V shape, you know, as we did on that box earlier on.
Oh, yeah.
You could just cut that out if you wanted to. But I find it is quite nice to cut out the whole section because for me then, there's no overlap. It's quite nice and neat and it's all sort of ready and raring and done for you. Again though, totally and absolutely up to you. Don't forget, really activate that. I find that when you use your, oh yes, that was one thing, I was running out of red liner tape. When you use your red liner tape, the more you push it together, it's almost like this is your card, this is your red liner. It's almost like they become more bonded, they become sort of one in together. So that is that background, absolutely done and dusted. You look like you're primed to do something.
I tell you what I would like to do, maybe, if it's all right with you, just get the card of the day vote underway.
I thought that's what you might want to do.
Yeah, could you tell?
Yes,
We're almost like, we're basically like Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. We can tell just from the way that the other one is breathing that we obviously need to do something. We're that in tune already.
I love it.
What a skill. I just want to share with you. So the card of the show was that gorgeous box. So we're going to vote now on the card of the day. It is Bernie's Unicorn Hair Clip, which is this one just here from the applique sets. We also have Becky's Annabelle Spenceley, super cute, and Becky's beautiful box. So do let me know 1, 2 or 3. Let's say you've got 5 minutes to vote on that. How does that sound, Becky?
Lovely jubbly.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and decorate the front of this before I get into sort of the building aspect of it. So I want to bring to you the quirky trees. Now this is such a cool concept. You're going to get all of these different trees within it. I've obviously glued one down here, but you also get 4 different stars. So you can pick which one you want to go for. Lovely to mat and layer it. I also thought these are actually quite cool as just little adornments. And you could even cut these out and use them almost as like baubles on the tree if you wanted to. That could be kind of cool. So, which way around am I going to do this? I do know, I'm going to go in with this first. This might be a little bit of an unusual way of doing it, but Hi, my name's Becky, it's nice to meet you. So I'm actually going to use this as a stencil first before I die cut it out. I just like doing that because sometimes when it's a big cutaway like this, I feel like I'm playing with a really small area. So I'm going to use my metallic pigment on this just because I love it. This is your Midas, but this is a really cool technique in case you are new. You've got these lovely areas here that you can use almost as a stencil.
Nice.
So this is what's going to give you, and what I will mention actually, because this is cut out all around, if I did want to be really messy and get it all over the paper, then that doesn't matter either, it really doesn't. One thing I would say is give it a really nice squidge, and you can see, I can instantly see that all of that is covered now. One thing I will mention at this point is always good to have your cloth at the ready to give that a wipe off, and you can put a little bit of water on it if you want. The bits here aren't actually on the die, it's just on the tape. So now I'm going to run this through my die cutter. Again, just in case you knew, you've got your clear shim, then you're putting the die face down, put the die facing the nice card, and then we've got the other 2 layers. I'm not going to put my magnetic on that side just because it's already glued on.
So many people went for this collection when we launched it. It was like,
so cool.
I think it was maybe the biggest Sari Signature launch ever that we've done in the history of Crafters TV. It was absolutely off the chart busy. So a lot of you tuning in to get lots of hints, tips and ideas, which is awesome. Remember, a lot of the individuals are still available. The bundle isn't, but if you're going for individuals, spend over £40 or dollars and you will receive 5% off, which is fantastic. You can hit the shop the show button on the home screen of the website, and that will share with you all of the items in the show, including what's available with regard to the watercolour Christmas as well.
Oh, I love that. That's great. So yes, I've done this one. I've just run it through the die cutter, and I will take that out for you. And you can already see that you've got that texture on it. If I just pick that up, you can see the little bit of shimmer on it, right? So that's really nice. I like that. Obviously, let it dry a little bit. I'm just doing this for speed. Next, I want to actually build my make. So what I have done with this is I've taken my watercolour Christmas and I've flipped to the characters at the back. You could go for any character you fancied. I've gone for lovely Sally Snowman. So these are already kind of die cut out.
Did you say Sally the Snowman?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Snowman, yeah, Sally Snowman.
Ah, as in like John Snowman.
John Snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in like, yes, look, there's Stephen Spiderman.
Stephen Spiderman, yeah.
Yeah, got you.
Donald the Dustbinman. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe that is accidentally what I meant.
Maybe it is.
So I've taken this one out and I'm just going to start gluing them on with, on this instance, my trusty tape pen. Again, as always, use what you wish. But what I will mention is I have cut out from that big 12 by 12 cardstock just a very small amount that I've made sure is exactly the same size. And do you remember I cut out the snow before? I've just glued that on there. So what I want to do is, with that in mind, I want to place that on. I'm not gluing it on yet. And I want to build my scene. So I'm going to put little Sal there. She loves sitting there. And then with this one, I just want to check that it is dry. It is. I'm going to bob a little bit of the glues onto that and pop that into place. So it's about here. And now I'll just attach this section. So really simple to do. Attach that on and you've kind of done your scene. And remember, we've embossed this, we've dyed this, we've used this as a stencil. There's a lot of different elements to this, but it is superbly easy. Now with this from the 12 by 12, and I would
love
suggest
this colour so much.
Oh my gosh, it's like Starry Starry Night Sky, isn't it? If you do want to cut this, it's going to be 12 inches, so that's the full set, by 5 3/4. And what you're going to do is you are going to, by 6, sorry. And what you're going to do is you're going to score it halfway. Sorry, yeah. So you're going to score it at 6 inches and then you're going to score it at 3. This is going to create that easel aspect. And then I've just done with the baby blue colour, or the, I can't remember what you called it, but it was a lovely description you had for it before, Joe. That sort of plush blue. I've cut this one, the light blue, to 5 3/4 by 6. So that is the same size across. And I'm just going to attach this onto here, and let's attach that with some normal glue. And the reason I want to attach this now with normal glue is, although I have to hold it down, the all-purpose glue, the reason I've got to hold it down is just because there's quite a lot of thickness here, especially if you consider that you've done those different techniques. Just checking that's the right side. It is. Just to let you know is that the right side? Let me double check with myself. Yeah, it is. Just to let you know that the sizing on this is 5 3/4 by 6 1/2. I'm going to leave that there for a moment to make sure that it can dry nicely in place. And now I'm going to add it onto the easel section. I tape pen this section because I'm always so worried if I go in on the back of that design, you all know what's going to happen. It's going to overlie, isn't it? And it's going to all be wrong and
gosh, the gutter girls are off in the comments. That's what they call themselves, by the way. That's not what I'm calling them.
Oh, right.
Yes, the hashtag gutter girls, as they like to be called.
Oh, I love that. One other thing that I did do with this, just to let you know, is I freehand cut something that I almost wanted to imagine was like the edge of a frozen lake, or like a snow pile or whatever. I didn't want it to just be flat on flat, because I feel like the script of this is really lovely in its movement, so I wanted to mimic that. And then I just got one of the sentiments from that collection, one of the toppers, and this one is Season's Greetings.
I love the idea of having a sort of organic finish on the end rather than it being square. Not something I've seen before. I think that's really cool.
I liked that it was just a little bit different. I did think it felt like melting snow. So then I'm going to pop this on, see exactly where I want it, pop that into place, and hang on, did I burnish that bit down properly? There we go. Job's a good one.
Love that. Gorgeous, really gorgeous. I need to let you know, before I just give you a recap on the watercolour Christmas items, that the box number 3 is the card of the day. So that'll be going forward into the card of the week.
Shush, that's mine.
That's yours, shush, that's yours. I love that you're like, yeah, oh, that's mine.
Sorry.
I know.
I've never had that before. That's so exciting.
There you are, card of the day.
Oh, thanks.
Becky's inaugural card of the day. I'm just going to give you the watercolour details of some of the watercolour items, and then what I'll do is we'll get the card of the week started, and then you're going to have the very important job of putting that name up on the wall of winners, the winners wall. That's what we'll call it. So you've got the amazing Pearlescent Cardstock in here. This colour, I think I need us to do a whole card block of just this colour. Because this one on its own, I mean, it is absolutely stunning. I do love my blues. You've got that wonderful sky blue there, and then that beautiful taupe colour.
It's the most popular colour in the UK, blue.
Is it? Blue. It's my favourite colour, blue. Yeah.
Out of 13 colours, 13 different colours tested, 33% of people said that blue was their favourite colour.
Ah.
Which is massive, isn't it?
No, it is absolutely loads. Then, of course, don't forget you've got the vellums in here too, and some really, really gorgeous designs again in here. So you get 12 sheets of those. Then we have those quirky Christmas trees. Really nice, great for building scenes, those. Then we have the Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, stamp and die. Then we also have those snowflake dimensionals available for you as well. Really lovely variation on the size and style. And then finally, we have the topper sheet there as well, $6.99 or $8.95 if you want to get those. Right, time for the card of the week. Oh, it's tense. I can feel it. Oh, you could cut the atmosphere with a bread knife. It's that thick in the studio. Right, so here we go. I will go through them twice for you so you get 2 looks, okay? So, number one, Craig. Number 2 is Craig. Number 3 is Craig. Number 4 is Craig. It is. Number 5, Debbie Fisher. Number 6, yours truly. Or number 7, the lovely Becky. I'm going to give them to you again, okay? Just so you get another look. Number 1 is Craig. I have a feeling Craig might win this week. I don't know why.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Number 2 is Craig. Number 3 is Craig. Number 4 is Craig. Number 5, Debbie Fisher. Number 6, myself. Or number 7, the lovely Becky. Get voting now. You've got 5 minutes. Crafters TV over on Facebook. Crafters Companion across on YouTube. Right, I'm just going to pop those over there behind me. Hope you can't see my mess. No, yeah, you can really see the mess. I'll fix that in a minute. Right, whilst you're voting, I want to recap the wobblers for you. So these are the 8 different sets that you get in here. So you've got the snowman. You also have the penguin. You've got that gorgeous small Christmas chicken, also known as the robin. You've got the gingerbread man, the reindeer. You will get Mrs. Claus with her baked goods, that cheeky little elf, and you'll get Santa in there as well. $39.99 or $39.99 or $69.95. Platinum price $31.99 or $55.96 there. Awesome. I believe you've got some more ideas of what you can do with these over there, Becky.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're getting lots of different characters here. Obviously, I showed you the penguin before. I showed you this lovely little wobbler, but there are so many different ones that you get. I think this one's brilliant. You've got the snowman or snow people, snowmen.
Snowman?
Snowman.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Oh, that makes sense, because maybe that's just because it didn't fit in with the syllables. Maybe I'm saying it right.
Maybe you are.
Disney's got it wrong. So I've got here the 3 different snowmen. I love this one. This one's by Kerry. Then you've got Lady Father Christmas herself, or Lady Claus. What do we call her? Mrs. Claus, that's the one. She looks lovely. She's made just one solitary gingerbread man there, and it reminds me a little bit of the one from Shrek. You know, the one I'm talking about. It's cute.
Yes.
So yes, you've got him there, and then we've got her loving partner, Mr. Claus. I love the way Mr. Claus is standing. I think
he's doing a little bit. Do you know what he's doing? You can't really see it because I'm thinking out. He's doing a little bit of an Angelina Jolie leg, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know the iconic Angelina Jolie leg?
Yeah, when you've got like a long dress.
Yeah,
with a
so she
slit.
exactly. So always the leg out to the side. I wish you could see me, but you can't. You're not missing much. But yeah, she always stands, doesn't she, with a split dress and a leg to the side.
Yeah.
I feel like Santa's channeling his inner Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Father Claus.
Yeah.
Then we've got for you the reindeer. This reindeer, I love the way. Who's this one by Terry? It's done such a cute set of colouring on this. Really pretty colours. I think it'd go really nicely actually with the watercolour set, the papers that we did before. And we've got another one here with our wobbly penguin. Really lovely effect, and it goes to show that with this one, you know, it's been cut out so it's into it, so you can really look through it, and I think that looks great. And then last but by no means leastly, we have got the gingerbread man after he's been baked by the lovely Mrs. Claus.
He's really puffed up, isn't he? Expanded.
Yeah, it's the
It's the raising agent.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I don't actually know if you put that in gingerbread.
For the sake of this story, you do.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's really used that rising agent, and he's popped a hat on, and he's ready to cause mischief. So lots of different characters in here, all with that wobbleability, and yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with those if you like kinetic cards.
Absolutely, and great value to get 8 different sets of that, which is amazing. I must remind you of the creator card before I announce the card of the week. So in here you've got that gorgeous Christmas angel. I love how they cut out and cut in, so you can see how they're giving you an edgeable but then also creating detail within the card. You really see that more so in the Christmas tree, how it cuts in and out, which is brilliant. You've got that nativity scene within there, which is fantastic. We also have the Bethlehem scene. Really lovely how these can be quite a simple card. You see how it just folds out. You've also then got this one here, which is your cheeky little snowmen. And we also have that gorgeous little woodland reindeer in there as well, which is excellent. Not only do you get those, you also then get the die brush and sponge within there. So 6 of your different creator card edgeable dies, and then also the brush. This is the 6 we launch with as well. So we're in a really fortunate position where we can replicate or still bring you that launch offer, which is fantastic. Some of the samples that have been done by the design team on these, Becky, absolutely stunning, aren't they?
Oh my goodness, so cool. Yeah, let me show you some. So here's one you've got with the angel, and you've got the sort of separate cut out wing there, which
those wings were made to fly.
That could be a song.
It was for Little Mix.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, okay.
I was just being sarcastic.
Played me at my own game there.
I got you. And then you've also got this one here, which I think is really pretty. That one, by the way, is one that I created for you. It's just with alcohol inks onto the acetate. And then you've also got this one as well. And this one, it's some paper piecing's been done, which looks absolutely magical. So, yeah, there's a few extra little goodies there for you to enjoy.
Amazing, right? I think it's time to announce the card of the week. It is...
Should I move over here?
Sorry? Yes, please. Before you went over here then, I was like, why are you coming over here? Yeah, you go over there.
Okay.
I don't know why that question was so funny, but it was. The winner, of course, is the gorgeous Debbie Fisher, and it really is beautiful. I think it was the worthy winner, to be honest. I think it was well deserved. Debbie F then is going to be the winner. Debbie IE. And voila. I mean, because she really needs another win, doesn't she?
Oh, she's over here.
Look how, I mean, she's had to go off the side.
Wow, well done, well deserved. That's an absolutely beautiful one. Extra
Really
stars
gorgeous.
with a kiss on the top
And a
and the
kiss.
bottom.
Amazing. It's been so much fun today. I've really loved it. We've rounded out the week in style. How's your first day been then, flying solo over that side of the studio? Has it been good? I've loved it. I think we've had loads of fun.
I will say that it has been 90% nervous energy, 10% tenacity.
Okay.
But all of it, loads and loads of fun. I've had a great time. It's been really nice. Thank you for your comments. And yeah, it's been lovely. It's been lovely working with someone I've not worked with before.
Because we don't get to see each other. The only time I see Becky is sort of like lurking on the sofas over there sometimes when I'm presenting.
Sorry, I don't think you should end this 1 minute with Becky lurking.
You know, it's hovering, loitering. Let's go with loitering over by the sofas.
I take it back. It's been a horrible show.
It's been so much fun. I really hope we get to do it again soon. Don't forget tomorrow, Wake Up Call with Craig with a little sprinkling. I've added Ben here for you at midday, 7 a.m. East Coast time. Then that launch day is coming your way as well. That'll be at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. East Coast, 7 a.m. West Coast. I'm off for a few days now. I will see you back here on Thursday, where you've got me for 4 more days. I can't wait for that. Huge thanks to Becky for joining me all day. Big thank you to Jake, Johnny, Charlotte, Erin. Don't forget to check out your baskets as well. And I won't see you, but the rest of the team will see you back here tomorrow for another fun-filled crafty day on Crafters TV. Take care.